inside me that pulls beneath the surface, consuming, confusing. This lack of self-control I fear is never ending, controlling. I can't seem to find myself again. My walls are closing in.
Not a sense of confidence. I'm convinced that there's just too much pressure to take.
I felt this way before, so insecure. Crawling in my skin, these wounds they will not heal. Fear is how I fall, confusing what is real. Discomfort endlessly has pulled itself upon me, distracting, reacting. Against my will I stand beside my own reflection. It's haunting how I can't seem to find myself again. My walls are closing in.
Not a sense of confidence. I'm convinced that there's just too much pressure to take.
I felt this way before, so insecure.
Come on. Watch as the boom rocks, manly moonwalk, mixed media slangs banging in your boombox. Verbal violence, lyrical stylist in a time when rock hip-hop rhymes are childish. You can't tell me when rhymes are empty. Rapping to a beat doesn't make you an MC. Lacking skills and facility, you're killing me. With a DJ in your group, just for credibility. I heard some of you are getting help with your rhymes. You're not an MC if someone else writes your lines. Rapping over rock doesn't make you a pioneer, cause rock and hip-hop were collaborating for years. Now they're getting randomly mixed and mashed up, all after a fast buck. All the tracks suck, so how does it stack up? None of it's real. You wanna be an MC, you gotta study this skill. Come on, who can rock around like this? Bring it to you every time like this. Who can rock around like this? Step, step up, step, step up. So you pick up a pen, write yourself a new identity, but mentally you don't have the hip-hop energy. With the tendency to make up stories, acting like the only hip-hop you've heard is top 40. And your record company's completely missing it. All the kids are dissing it for not being legitimate. So in a battle you can't hack and react with whack shit. Get smacked for verbal backflips, get your ass kicked for fabulous battle catalyst. It's taken decades for MCs to establish this. You're new to hip-hop, you're welcome if you're serious, but not on the mic. Leave that to the experience. Are you guys feeling that shit? Make some noise. How was that? Who can rock around like this? Bring it to you every time like this. Who can rock around like this? Step, step up, step, step up. Come on. Who can rock around like this? Bring it to you every time like this. Who can rock around like this? Step, step up, step, step up, step up.
Yo, peep the style and the kids
checking for it. The number one question is how could you ignore it? We drop right back in the cut, over basement tracks with raps that got you backing us up like rewind that. We're just rolling with the rhythm, rise from the ashes of stylistic division. With these non-stop lyrics of life living, not to be forgotten but still unforgiven. But in the meantime there are those who wanna talk this and that. So I suppose that it gets to a point where feelings gotta get hurt and get dirty with the people spreading the dirt. It goes,
try to give you warning, but everyone ignores me.
Told you everything loud and clear,
but nobody's listening. Called to you so clearly, but you don't want to hear me.
Told you everything loud and clear,
but nobody's listening.
I got a heart full of pain, head full of stress, hand full of anger held in my chest, and everything left's a waste of time. I hate my rhymes, but hate everyone else's more. I'm riding on the back of this pressure, guessing that it's better. I can't keep myself together because all of this stress gave me something to ride on. My pain gave me something I can set my sights on. You never forget the blood, sweat and tears, the uphill struggle over years, the fear and trash talking and the people it was to, and the people that started it just like you. Going down, the rhythm projects round. The next sound reflects a complex hybrid dialect now. Detect the mesh of many elements compressed down, the melting pot of a super futuresque style. The combination of a vocal caress with lungs that gasp for breath from emotional stress with special effects. In a distorted collage, carefully lies between beats of a rhythmic barrage. It's going down, a logical progression on the timeline. The separation narrowed down to a fine line to blur the edges so they blend together properly. Take you on an audible odyssey now. It's going down. Put it out for the world to see. LP and X-Men to the 10th degree. Going down. Nobody in the world is safe when we melt down the wax in your record creek. Going down. Put it out for the world to see. LP and X-Men to the 10th degree. Going down. Nobody in the world is safe when we melt down the wax in your record creek. Going down. Put it on. Then it goes like this. You do it like this. Once again it is composed sentences, altogether venomous. The four elements of natural force projected daily through the sound of the source. Everybody on board as we blend the sword with the pen. The mighty is the weapon swinging right for the chin to elevate mental states long gone with the wind to defend men from shoddy imitation pretends it's going down. Style assimilation, readily trekking through the weaponry of a pure pedigree. Cleverly seeing through whatever is ahead of me, whatever the weather be, we advance steadily. It's going down subterrestrial hot. A rhyme regiment that's calling the shots. Execution of collaborative plots ready to bring the separation of style to a stop. It's going down, a logical progression on the timeline. The separation narrowed down to a fine line to blur the edges so they blend together properly. Take you on an audible odyssey now. It's going down. Put it out for the world to see. LP and X-Men to the 10th degree. Going down. Nobody in the world is safe when we melt down the wax in your record creek. Going down. Put it out for the world to see. LP and X-Men to the 10th degree. Going down. Nobody in the world is safe when we melt down the wax in your record creek. X-Men about to blast off worldwide. X-Men about to blast off worldwide. You do it like this. About to blast off worldwide. It's going down. Put it out for the world to see. LP and X-Men to the 10th degree. Going down. Nobody in the world is safe when we melt down the wax in your record creek. Going down. Put it out for the world to see. LP and X-Men to the 10th degree. Going down. Nobody in the world is safe when we melt down the wax in your record creek. Going down. Put it on. It goes like this. Going down. You do it like this. Going down. Put it on. It goes like this. Going down. You do it like this. kiss that ring, you lost that right to hold that crown. I built you up, but you let me down. So when you fall, I take my turn and fan the flames as your blazes
And
burn.
you were there at the turn, waiting to let me know. We're building it up to break it back down. We're building it up to burn it down. We can't wait to burn it to the
When you fall, I take my turn and fan the flames as your blazes burn.
We can't wait to burn it to the
When you fall, I take my turn and fan the flames as your blazes burn.
We can't wait to burn it to the ground. You love the way I look at you while taking pleasure in the awful things you put me through. You take away if I give in. My life, my pride is broken. You have to think you're never wrong. You live what you do. You have to act like you're someone. You live what you do. You want someone to hurt like you. You live what you do. You wanna share what you've been through. You live what you do. You love the things I say I'll do. The way I hurt myself again just to get back at you. You take away when I give in. My life, my pride is broken. You have to think you're never wrong. You live what you do. You have to act like you're someone. You live what you do. You want someone to hurt like you. You live what
I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to explain in due time. All I know, time is a valuable thing. Watch it fly by as the pendulum swings. Watch it count down to the end of the day. The clock takes life away. It's so unreal. Didn't look out below. Watch the time go right out the window. Trying to hold on to didn't even know I wasted it all just to watch you go. I kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to me will eventually be a memory of a time when I tried so hard
and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
One thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to remind myself how I tried so hard. In spite of the way you were mocking me, acting like I was part of your property, remembering all the times you fought with me, I'm surprised it got so. Things aren't the way they were before. You wouldn't even recognize me anymore. Not that you knew me back then, but it all comes back to me in the end. You kept everything inside, and even though I tried, it all fell apart. What it meant to me will eventually be a memory of a time when I tried so hard
and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I put my trust in you, pushed as far as I can go. For all this, there's only one thing you should know. I've put my trust in you, pushed as far as I can go. For all this, there's only one thing you should know. I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Watch how the moon sits in the sky on a dark night, shining with the light from the sun. The sun doesn't give light to the moon, assuming the moon's gonna bow with one. It makes me think of how you act for me. You do favors there rapidly. You just turn around and start asking me about things that you want back from me. I'm sick of the tension, sick of the hunger, sick of you acting like I owe you this. Find another place to feed your greed while I find a place to rest.
I wanna be in another place. I hate when you say you don't understand. I wanna be in the energy, not with the enemy, a place for my head.
Maybe someday I'll be just like you and step on people like you do and run away all the people I thought I knew. I remember back then who you were. You used to be calm, used to be strong, used to be generous, but you should have known that you wear out your welcome, and now you see how quiet it is all alone. I'm so sick of the tension, sick of the hunger, sick of you acting like I owe you this. Find another place to feed your greed while I find a place to rest. I'm so sick of the tension, sick of the hunger, sick of you acting like I owe you this. Find another place to feed your greed
best of me, go away. You try to take the best of me, go away. You try to take the best of me, go away. You try to take the best of me, go away. You try to take the best of me, go away. You try to take the best of me, go away. You try to take the best of me, go away. You try to take the best of me, go away. I wanna be in another place. I hate when you say you don't understand. I wanna be in the energy, not with the enemy. I pay for my head.
I am so sick of the tension, sick of the hunger, sick of you acting like I owe you this. Find another place to beat your greed, will I find a place to rest? I'm so sick of the tension, sick of the hunger, sick of you acting like I owe you this. Find another place to beat your greed, will I find a place to rest? And here we go for the 100th time. Hand grenade pins in every line. Throw them up and let something shine. Going out of my fucking mind. Filthy mouth, no excuse. Find a new place to hang this noose. String me up from atop these roofs. Knot it tight so I won't get loose. Truth is you can stop and stare. Run myself out and no one cares. Dug the trench out, lay down there with a shovel up out of reach somewhere. Yeah, someone pour it in. Make it a dirt dance floor again. Say your prayers and stop it out when they bring that chorus in.
I bleed it out, digging deeper just to throw it away. I bleed it out, digging deeper just to throw it away. I bleed it out, digging deeper just to throw it away. Just to throw it away, just to throw it away. I bleed it out.
Go, stop the show. Choppy words in a sloppy flow. Shotgun opera, lock and load. Cock it back and then watch it go. Mama help me, I've been cursed. Death is rolling in every verse. Candy paint on his brand new hearse. Can't contain him, he knows he works. Fuck, this hurts, I won't lie. Doesn't matter how hard I try. Half the words don't mean a thing, and I know that I won't be satisfied. So why try ignoring him? Make it a dirt dance floor again. Say your prayers and stop it out when they bring that chorus in.
I bleed it out, digging deeper just to throw it away. I bleed it out, digging deeper just to throw it away. I bleed it out, digging deeper just to throw it away. Just to throw it away, just to throw it away. I bleed it out. I've opened up these scars. I'll make you face us. I pulled myself so far. I'll make you face us. cannot take this anymore. Saying everything I've said before. All these words, they make no sense. I find bliss in ignorance. Less I hear, the less you say. You'll find that out anyway. Just like before. Everything you say to me takes me one step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break. I need a little room to breathe, 'cause I'm one step closer to the edge. I'm about to break. I find the answers aren't so clear. Wish I could find a way to disappear. All these thoughts, they make no sense. I found bliss in